Soar2high welcomes all our viewers and our guests for today. I was at loss of words after seeing Dr. Sreeson's profile, and I'm very much inspired by his life journey. Dr. Sreeson Gopinath is a management graduate, has trained IIT aspirants, is also a founder of Veda Education and founder director of Center of Educational Initiative and Research Trust, has actively done research on handwriting and has also developed handwriting concepts and methodology to improve handwriting. A very warm welcome, Dr. Sreeson Gopinath.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us, from where did your handwriting professional journey begun?
It was quite a coincidence, you can say, but I tell you, this is something like, what I understood about handwriting. Every child needs some skills. Am I right? They need writing is also a skill, reading skill, listening skill, cycling is also a skill, swimming is a skill. But like swimming, riding a bicycle, that is not mandatory skills.
Yeah.
But for a child, writing is must. Okay. So this is a mandatory skill to be developed. So I think, every child should possess that skill.
Yeah.
That is how it happened actually. It's a kind of a realization. Apart from anything, writing matters a lot in the life of a career of a child.
Yeah. Handwriting, we use it every day, like even after college, after school.
Very true.
Handwriting is something we need it, we use it in regular basis also.
Very true.
Yeah. So,
but actually, Aditi, I tell you what went wrong in our generation, especially in my generation. Whether our teachers or parents, they always wish or tell us to write properly.
Yeah.
Or write neatly. But nobody has ever taught us how to write properly or how to write neatly.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
So that is something, something actually made me to ponder a lot. How to make someone to write beautiful, how to make someone to write neatly. So the entire institution or the entire effort we took, and it has to be simplified also. The children cannot take something which is very difficult to do. That is a reason, it's again a discovery I would like to share with you. See, there are two types of handwriting. Okay, one is called cursive writing, that running letters, joining letters, whatever we call. Another one is print style. Okay, during my investigation, my journey, I found this print style, some students are still following, some schools are still following. And if you ask them why you call this print style, they say it's a style. They don't know much about it. In fact, if you see the typewriter or the printing press, those fonts are used. Meaning what? This printing press or the print style is actually designed for printing press, not for human hand.
Okay.
In fact, cursive is more human and it is more designed easier and it is for human hand.
Yes.
You understood my point?
Yes.
So cursive is generally designed for human hand. Print style is designed for printing machines, printing press. But still we use it for our children. And we justify it also. You understood?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interesting factors are there in handwriting. Yeah. I would like to share you this, you can easily connect with your own experience. This writing more. Generally, people believe if somebody has to improve their handwriting, the simplest way you make the child to write more.
Write more, yes.
That improves their handwriting. In fact, it is a wrong method. More is not the solution. You have to write correctly. Writing correctly can improve your handwriting. Writing more will spoil your handwriting. See, these small corrections, many times, handwriting lab, whenever we take the seminars or webinars or whatever, the first thing what I tell the parents and students, or the teachers, is that, you stop believing or terming good, bad handwriting.
Yeah.
Some children we say your handwriting is good. Some children we say your handwriting is bad. It's a very wrong notion to the children. It never motivates them. In fact, that is not scientific also. See, there can't be good or bad handwriting. There can only be trained or untrained handwriting. If you give training to the children, they will improve their handwriting. If the child is not writing properly, meaning the child is untrained. Nobody has trained the child and you blame the child. You understood the point here.
Yes.
You train the child, even after training, he is not doing properly. There are two things. Either the training has some problem or the child is not deliberately following it. Then you can blame the child. You can justify.
Yeah, but training
if you have a proper training methodology and simple to follow, scientific methodology, simplified methodology, anybody at any point of time, any age group can improve their handwriting. Aditi, I'll just take you a memory back. When you were a child, okay?
Yeah.
Just imagine alphabet. You may learn one letter per day. Am I right? Your teachers, B may be the next day.
Yeah.
Like how many days we spent, how many years we repeated writing this alphabet or the letters. See, that is learning alphabets are really difficult. Improving them is not difficult at all. 1/6 or 1/7 of the time, I may say, if you learn alphabet taking 25 days time. Okay, just imagine hypothetical situation. Or 30 days, 1 month you took as a child to learn A to Z alphabet. It will take less than an hour to improve your handwriting.
Okay.
Because you already know alphabet. You know the letters. Only thing is, somebody has to give you an idea, an advice, how this alphabet or the letters to be write properly, correctly.
Yeah.
Some little guidance, some little movement skill is needed. Yeah. So improvement is very simple. Learning is very difficult actually.
And I read about the invention you did about handwriting.
Yeah.
What is that? Tell us something about that.
No, I actually made it. I made it in this format.
Okay.
This we call manipul memory board. This is a training device. Okay. Here the child has to learn only 10 images. There are 5 images we call frame. There are 5 letters. One image, for an example, and a frame, a small tick up. That's a frame. That tick up, down, create the letter I.
Okay.
Why, if you are not using this tick up and down I, sometimes the I may go left and right. You have seen, no? Sometimes it go left standard. To avoid that, because these letters should go straight letters. So writing is movement skill. If you start with a tick up, it's easy for you to move. Tick down is easy for you to come down. You understood?
Yeah.
So our entire methodology we call tick up, tick down methodology. Simple.
Okay. So when did you realize that you have this talent of having good handwriting and then teaching it and making so many modules and kits for it? When did you realize it?
I tell you, there are many reasons, but one of the major reasons, my doctorate, my PhD, I was doing it in the child psychology part. Okay. The child psychology part, I was actually doing some kind of research methodologies, all that I applied. I did a small research on how the school level children, how the classrooms, what kind of impact they will have in their future to develop their future. Now I tell you one peculiar thing I found it. Even in my classroom also, we have made a small sample of students who have passed out, who completed their 10th standard in the year 1992. That time, 1992. So the sample size was around 50 to 60. Okay. It was not that easy. this happened in 2006. I'm talking about 1992 completed students in a particular school, same school, same teachers, 1992 batch. We had an extensive research. We personally met them. Okay. We identified their traits also. I spent more than 6-7 months for that. Many of my friends also helped me to identify the kids, the sample group. Because the schools now you can easily find out. That time there was no WhatsApp, email, all that. You have to literally trace them with their address. School, we got the address.
Okay.
Now I tell you, you never believe it. Some institutions should take this as a big project also, because it needs lot of energy and effort. Now, if you ask me, the child, especially when the class asks, when they ask the copyright books to submit, some children keeps the book on top.
Yes.
Some in the middle.
Yeah.
And most of them, you remember the same copy, the homeworks. Same homework, same topic, but some children, why they are keeping on the top, some middle, some on the bottom.
That shows their confidence,
because they don't want to expose their handwriting to their teachers. See how the confidence level, the self-esteem is affected or influenced by one's handwriting. Just imagine this. And you believe it or not, one who kept on the top are highly successful. They have a top level career now. The one kept in the middle have relatively having a middle kind of a job, medium kind of earnings. Those who have kept in that we found the most. They are, I'm not degrading. They are auto drivers. I'm not degrading. Please don't misunderstand me. But they are not professionally successful. They didn't get any job. So actually the same children studied in the same school, same classroom, same teachers, same kind of education. What made them to do this? Again, marks are not the criteria. Please understand this. It's the self-confidence of the child. Teachers are also important. Influence this. But the child, if you see the child who writes well, he speaks well. The child who reads well, speaks well. See, this all, listening, writing, speaking, all influence your personal traits, your personality. And personality alone, if you are self-confident, nothing can stop you.
Yes.
You will, if you are confident enough, you can dream big.
Yes.
It's very simple message. And handwriting, especially for school children, is very important. See, I tell you a simple example. If the child is, having a neat handwriting, if you are a teacher, ask, you give me your book, the child will immediately give you the book. Yes or no? But if the child is not confident, happy with his handwriting, you ask the book, the child will resist to give. Want to give but don't want to give. Have you seen this in classroom?
Bad handwriting also.
You can see that.
Yes. Bad handwriting always pulls back. And if it is good handwriting, the teacher also calls to write it on the board. So that level of appreciation is required. Sir, one last question. Tell me, what do you have to say for the handwriting of doctors?
I tell you, my honor study, maybe because I didn't spend much time, but if you see the description of each medicines, it's not that easy to write. You understood? See, the hydrochloride.
Yeah, there are
if you see the technical names of all these medicines, and it's very difficult to remember all the spellings and all. Okay, so see, actually, it's not that always they write like that. Only the description purpose, it is not legible. But this is a kind of a code word. The medical staff can understand that.
Yes, but nobody can.
That's what, even I ask the same questions. It's not easy to by heart the entire spellings correctly.
Yeah, but have
because
you
this medicine,
doctors?
I asked them. So they have shared, who will write this, 22 letter medicine, some medicine, the word, the what you call that, the medical terms.
Other than that also, the handwriting is, it is not easy to read.
Maybe they become habituated, but there is no, actually this is what I was convinced, they cannot by heart all the spellings, so they simply write 2-3 letters and something like that. But this language is understood, it is easy for the medical shop person to understand.
Yes.
So I think this is a common this thing. I also listen, but I don't think any. I don't seriously think there is any. If they are purposely doing, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But it become a habit, because their seniors must have done that. The junior doctors also follow that. Something like that. There is no hardcore this thing. But if they write a letter, they write properly.
Okay.
Legibly.
Okay.
Am I right?
They write properly.
So there is, you don't need to compare their handwriting, because they are writing for a different purpose. They are, so that need to, this is a common, this thing everywhere you will find, especially in India. And let me see whether in other countries also, I will find this from other sources. I don't think everywhere. Now, most of the time, they have the software, they will select and do that.
From there only.
Not a cause of worry. The cause of worry about legibility is for children.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes. So, sir, it was great talking to you and having you in Soar2high platform. And I had a lovely time. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Aditi. You keep, because I, your blogs and all, keep doing it. Do some good for the society.
Yes, definitely.
What happens actually, people, they always think about themselves. If you think a little bit about the people around you, you will naturally grow. We have to ensure the people around us are happy, safe, prosperous. Naturally, our growth also will happen like that. No individual alone can, successful. There is a mechanism, there is an ecosystem.
So,
okay then.
That is why it is Soar2high, and let's soar high together, because nobody can soar high alone.
Very true, very true.
Yes. So,
thanks for inviting me for your blog. All the best.
Yes, it was my pleasure to talk to you and know about your journey.
Thank you very much.